Hey guys, today I am showing you how to make the softest, chewiest chocolate chip cookies that go from frozen to freshly baked. No more wishing you had the time to whip up a fresh batch of cookies when a craving hits or company's coming. You'll never have to buy store-bought cookie dough again, so let's go get started.
So this recipe makes about 2 dozen to 3 dozen cookies depending on the size that you make them. But I have 2.5 sticks of butter softened that I am creaming together in my mixture with 1¼ cups of brown sugar and 1 cup of regular sugar. So once we've mixed that together for a few minutes and it's light and fluffy, I'm just scraping the bottom and sides of the bowl. And then I'm just adding in 2 large eggs and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Until combined. Then we are going to add in the dry ingredients. So I have 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1¼ teaspoons of baking soda, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, and 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we just want to mix that until combined, about a minute or two, and we'll have a nice cookie dough. Then by hand, I'm going to mix in the chocolate chips. I have a 12-ounce bag here. Then I have a sheet pan lined with parchment paper, and I have my large scoop here. It's about 4 tablespoons. So we just want to scoop those out and try and make them as even as we can. My scoop was broken, so I had to kind of dig it out. Going to line them up together, and they can be almost touching. We're just going to freeze them this way. So once they are all scooped, we're just going to freeze the tray. I like to freeze them for about 6 hours or so, just until they're nice and frozen. And then I pop them into Ziploc bags. And I also like to write the instructions on the bag so that whenever we pull cookies out of the freezer, we know the temp and time for cooking. Bag, I preheated my oven to 350 degrees. You just want to place the frozen balls of cookie dough, no thawing required, a couple of inches apart on a baking sheet, and bake for about 17 to 20 minutes or until the outsides are golden brown. The centers might still feel a little soft, but as they set, they will be perfect. And there you have it, my freezer to freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. You would think that it would be dangerous to have these cookies at your fingertips at all times, but really it's so nice to not have to make a huge batch of cookies that are just sitting there on the counter. Every time you walk by, you kind of want to grab one. Just every once in a while, if we're in the mood for them, we will bake off 3 or 4. And then that way we always have the freshest, gooeyest chocolate chip cookies. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along and making them with me. I highly, highly recommend keeping a bag of these in your freezer. Great for just satisfying a craving, or if you have last minute company and want something that's nice and freshly baked. They're just so amazing and great to have on hand. If you give them a try, definitely leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think of them. The recipe is at my website, cinderellasapron.com. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.